Ripple is on the cusp of a new trend, clearly approaching a breakout. We're talking about a consolidation zone that has spanned 7 full months. We previously mentioned that Ripple's first upward wave began in November of last year, and it was a strong start during which the currency achieved approximately 6 times its value, 6x. Then we entered December, and since then, now in July, more than 7 months, Ripple has been moving within a clear consolidation range. As we can see, now we're beginning to see signs of a real breakout, God willing. Ripple is on the cusp this week. Today is the first day of the week, and the weekly candlestick has started to rise, supporting expectations that Ripple will fully break the consolidation zone and we'll see new numbers. Ripple's historical high was around $3.30 to $3.40. God willing, this week we'll see a new high and a new price for Ripple. Some other currencies also closed last week with positive candlesticks. But what concerns me now is Ripple's weekly close above the previous high. So far, Ripple hasn't closed above that peak yet, but it's very close. We're closely monitoring Ripple's movement, and God willing, after breaking through the $3 barrier, it will head strongly towards the $5 and $6 levels, and we'll see how things develop. Is it possible to see a weekly candle the size of the previous breakout candles? Yes, it's very possible. Breakout candles are always strong and long. We may see a candle extending from $4 to $5. By the end of this week, we'll likely find Ripple above the $4 level. Such candles usually signal a real price explosion. However, what matters is not only the length of the candle, but also the weekly close. We want to see several consecutive weekly candles in an upward direction. Bitcoin is also now approaching critical levels, and its hold has begun to decline, which is in the interest of altcoins. Ripple hasn't yet finished its consolidation zone. But with the price beginning to move effectively upward and several bullish weekly candles appearing, we'll be able to target strong numbers. In the previous bullish wave, Ripple took about 3 to 4 weekly candles to reach the $2.80 level, equivalent to 1 to a month and a half of positive movement. Now, with the current breakout candle beginning, we may need another 3 or 4 weeks to see a strong move, about 20 days until the end of the month. By the end of July, God willing, we will see respectable numbers across the entire market, not just Ripple. The primary catalyst for this rally is the decline in Bitcoin's takeover. Last week's takeover closed on a downward trend, and this week began with a red candle. If this decline continues, it will strongly support the movement of all altcoins. Bitcoin also set a new high today at 123,000 and is now at 121,000. This is just the beginning of the week, and we expect it to target 125,000 by the end of the week. By the end of the month, we may see Bitcoin at 130,000 to 135,000 within the ascending channel we discussed. All of this data is in favor of the market, and Ripple in particular. It is currently one of the strongest performing currencies, approaching its all-time high. In contrast, some currencies, such as NC, are still 35 to 40% off their peaks. Ripple is the fastest currency approaching a breakout, while many others, such as TRB and WLD, are still at the bottom. Meme coins have also experienced a strong recent surge, rising strongly from the bottom. A currency like Turbo, for example, has achieved a significant rise and is in the process of completing its current wave. Note that most of the market is still at the bottom. Ripple, thankfully, is on the verge of breaking its all-time high, while other currencies still require a 200% rise to reach their previous peak. Some have reversed from their bottom by 68%, while WLD, for example, has reversed by 73%. If you look at the market as a whole, you will find that most currencies have reversed from their recent highs by 60 to 90%. Ripple alone saw a reversal of only about 30%, much lower than other currencies, proving its technical strength. There are those who doubt Ripple, claiming that the project team sells whenever the currency rises. But these are baseless rumors. What we are seeing now proves the exact opposite. Ripple is achieving a steady rise, and no currency on the market can compare to its performance at this stage. We always compare the last peak to the performance of the currency from there. Ripple has outperformed everyone. As Bitcoin's holdings declined, Ripple began to move, as you can see. So, there is no evidence that the team is selling or fleeing the currency. Quite the opposite. The project is strong, and with all the updates it has achieved, it makes no sense to abandon it at these prices. Ripple has always been one of the first currencies to start rising in every wave, and it has already started. And God willing, it will be the first to break its all-time high and set a new record. But despite all this positivity, capital management remains key. It is not appropriate to invest your entire portfolio in a single currency. Ripple is the only currency in which I hold a 10% portfolio, while the remaining currencies range between 2% and 5%. Ultimately, no matter how convinced you are about any currency, maintain a smart allocation of capital. The market is full of opportunities, but managing them intelligently is the key to success.